I knew it was over before we even said it. It wasn't a fight. It wasn't something big. It was just quiet. And somehow that hurt more because we weren't always like this. We used to be so different. I remember the first time we met. It wasn't even supposed to mean anything. We just started talking, and somehow it felt easy. Like I didn't have to think about what to say. Like I could just be. And that scared me a little, because I'm not usually like that. I overthink everything. Every word, every pause, every message. But with him, it felt natural. And I think that's where it started. Not the relationship, but the feeling that maybe this could be something real. I remember one night, we stayed up talking until 3 a.m. My phone was at 2%, and I still didn't want to hang up. We talked about everything. The kind of life we wanted, the places we wanted to go, the people we wanted to become. And at some point, he said something I never forgot. He said, "I feel like I've known you for years." And I laughed, but deep down, I felt it too. That night, I couldn't sleep. Not because I was tired, but because for the first time in a long time, I felt something real. And I think that's why this hurts so much now, because I know what we used to be. I remember the small things too, the way he used to text me good morning before I even woke up, the way he'd send random messages like, "Did you eat?" The way he remembered little things about me that I didn't even think mattered. And somehow, he made them matter. There was this one day, I was having a really bad day. I didn't even tell him, but he noticed. He said, "You sound different." And I tried to play it off, but he didn't let it go. He stayed. He listened. And in that moment, I felt seen. Like someone actually understood me. And that feeling is hard to let go of. Because it's rare, and when you lose it, you don't just lose the person, you lose how they made you feel. I think that's what I miss the most. Not just him, but the version of me that existed when I was with him. The happy version. The lighter version. The one that didn't overthink everything. I didn't realize it at the time, but I was slowly becoming dependent on that feeling. And maybe that's where things started to change. Because somewhere along the way, something shifted. It wasn't sudden, it was slow, almost unnoticeable, until it wasn't. The conversations got shorter, the replies got delayed, the effort felt different. And I noticed, of course I did, but I told myself not to overreact. It's just a phase.
Don't ruin this. So I stayed quiet, even when I felt it slipping. And that's the part that haunts me. Not what he did, but what I ignored. The signs I saw and chose to overlook because I didn't want to lose him. I started changing, little by little. I texted less. I stopped saying certain things. I held back. I became easier to deal with, easier to love. At least, that's what I thought. But the more I adjusted, the more distant he became. And I didn't understand why, because I was doing everything right. Or at least, I thought I was. I remember one moment I almost said something. I almost asked him, "Are we okay?" But I didn't, because I was scared of the answer. And maybe that's where I lost myself. In the silence, in the things I didn't say, in the questions I was too afraid to ask. And by the time I realized it, he was already gone. Not physically, but emotionally. And that's the worst kind of loss, because you're still there, still holding on, while the other person has already let go. When we finally broke up, it felt calm, too calm. No tears, no fight, just an ending. He said, "I think this is for the best," and I nodded, like I agreed. But inside, everything was falling apart, because I knew this wasn't where it ended. It ended long before this moment. What hurts the most isn't the breakup. It's realizing you were the only one trying to keep something alive that was already dead. After he left, everything felt louder. The silence, the emptiness, the absence. I kept checking my phone, not because I expected a message, but because I wasn't ready to accept that there wouldn't be one. And somehow, I still hoped, even when I knew better. I think the hardest part is letting go of the version of him that still exists in my mind, because the person I loved wouldn't have left like that, right? I don't know if I'm okay yet. Some days I feel fine. Other days, it all comes back. But I do know this: I gave everything I had, and somehow that still wasn't enough. Maybe next time I'll choose someone who chooses me. Or maybe I just need to learn how to choose myself first. I hope I heal.